Hello folks, Paul here once again, and I have a review for you. This one is finally for the Venom Hookah by Sahara Smoke. Generally speaking, I like this hookah. I think it's pretty good. The stem itself works well. I'm just going to run down a list of things I like and things I don't like. Firstly, things I like, I think the styling is cool. I like these NAR-style stems. I think the vase is pretty cool looking, though it's not quite my taste. The draw is good. It's pretty clean. It comes apart pretty easily. It goes together pretty easily. It's a fine hookah. Things I don't like. We may as well start with the hose, because, you know what, that's your contact to the hookah most of the time. I don't like this hose. I find it kind of light, feels flimsy. The unfinished wood here and on the hose port end just really doesn't do it for me. I'm not a fan of the, like, fake velvet. It's again, just not my taste. But the draw is okay. I mean, if this is your style of hose, go for it. It functions perfectly. It is clean. It doesn't add any flavor or anything like that. So, all in all, it's kind of a push until you come to style. Not a fan. The connection between the vase and the heart of the hookah, I find very, very tight. I have had difficulty getting it to actually seat properly. There's more of a twisting action necessary with putting this hookah together than with most of my other hookahs, and frankly, it makes me nervous. If you're placing your hookah down on a surface and then pressing your stem down into the base, I think that is, it adds a lot of potential for cracking. Now, if you're holding the vase in one hand, the stem in the other, and twisting it together, I feel that kind of adds to the possibility of dropping things or bumping it against the counter or things like that. So it's a little tight for my taste, but it at least produces a good seal. Regarding the heart, I'm usually a fan of hearts that allow for the addition of multiple hose ports, though I am a single hose port user because I mostly smoke alone, and because I think that passing the hose is part of the communal experience of smoking a hookah. But the Purge is really not great. You should be able to see the vase fairly well, so I'll try and Purge right now. Yeah, that's not purged. The Purge valve functions beautifully, but the common chamber heart, the long-necked stem, and the style of all this doesn't lend itself to actually purging the vase. So that's kind of a big thumbs down for me. But if you're careful with your heat management and you don't burn your tobacco, you don't really need to purge all that often anyway. But that's still a negative. So that brings us to what I consider the biggest problem I have with this hookah. The vase. I think that the style is cool. It looks cool. It is reminiscent of the Venom symbiote from Spider-Man, which I'm a fan. I think that's awesome. But the swirled glass around the outside adds so much bulk that it is cumbersome to handle and manage. If it were only 3 rods of glass on the outside, I think it would be a bit better, but the 4th all the way out here, just, it causes a lot of problems for me. When I'm filling my vase, I generally like to hold the stem next to the vase to see where my water level is so that I can check if I need to add or subtract water. This makes that practically impossible. And as I said, because the junction between the vase and the heart is so tight, it's annoying to put the hookah together, check my water level. If I'm off, take it apart, readjust, etc., etc. But the biggest issue is potential damage. So, I broke this vase. The vase itself still functions perfectly. The wall is not compromised, I want to say that. But the Venom swirl on the outside met with a sad fate. So this has broken off entirely. I have the pieces down here, actually. This wasn't a cataclysmic event. This wasn't a big, like, mistake. All that happened was a stem, another hookah, tipped and hit right here on the piece of glass and snapped it clean off. Well, I say clean. There's actually a couple pieces in here. But yeah, just snapped a large chunk of glass off, which kind of makes sense because this is leverage. This is the potential for a break, which obviously happened. This is all very sharp, so I probably shouldn't play with it too much. I'm sad about that. I'm going to glue it back together, but if you're relatively clumsy, which I can be sometimes, if you have a bad habit of breaking glass hookahs and things like that, which I've had bad luck with, then maybe this isn't the hookah for you. All in all, if I were to rate this hookah on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a solid 6. It's a well-functioning hookah. If you're not an idiot like me, then this shouldn't give you too many problems. But it has a lot of little things that add up into me having to knock points off of the overall rating. So, if you like the look of the hookah, if you're not a clumsy ass like I am, check it out. It's worthwhile. It smokes fine, the draw is good, and it looks pretty damn cool until you break a chunk off the vase. And you can check this out at hookahhub.com, who are the folks that very, very generously donated this to our cause, and then I ruined. Anyways, that's it. This is Paul, feeling like kind of an idiot, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Please go down below, like and subscribe, check out the forums, give us your comments, let us know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy smoking.